Hi guys, welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to actually be starting a new series on my channel called How You Can Be Confident with ... So that can be how you can be confident with cerebral palsy, how you can be confident with a learning disability, how you can be confident with a skin condition, and just different ways of how you can be confident with what you have. I'm going off my experience, so they are all the disabilities I actually have, and I'm also going off, like, everyone learns to love themselves. Everyone at some point wasn't confident in themselves, and I'm going to give you my advice on how I'm confident, because I actually get asked quite a lot. I would say, like, how are you so confident? Or people will be like, oh, she's so confident. So I'm going to give you my tips on how I'm so confident. In today's video, we are going to be talking about how you can be confident with cerebral palsy. So that's any type of cerebral palsy. I've got left side hemiplegia, so that's my whole left side, mainly my left arm, that is affected, and sometimes my speech can be affected. So let's just get into this. So the first thing is, obviously, if you have cerebral palsy and you are watching this, any kind of cerebral palsy, you know that it is mostly physical. Your muscles ache, you can't grab things, most people struggle to walk or speak. It's all physical. Even like speaking is pretty much physical, like in a way, because you are moving your mouth. I had a bleed to the brain on my right side. That's what caused the left side hemiplegia, the type of cerebral palsy I have, and that mostly affects my left hand physically, because I can't really grab things with my left hand. I do most of my stuff with my right hand. And with the speech, I am lucky enough that I don't have trouble speaking much. Like, obviously I have my days that I can't say bigger words. I mostly struggle with saying bigger words, but then some days it depends on if I'm tired, what mood my brain's in a way. Like, some days I will be able to say, for example, the word work. I could say that, and next days I can't. Like, I can, but it's like it comes out different. So I need to say it a couple of times. So every cerebral palsy is different. But why I'm saying it's mostly physical is because when you can't do something when it's physical and you have not got control of it, so if you can't walk that well, or if you're in a wheelchair and you can't walk at all, or for my example, if I can't use two of my hands, I can't do most tasks that need two hands, I can't do it. So why I'm saying this is because the first thing you need to do to feel confident in yourself and to be confident is to accept yourself. Accept your flaws, accept your good things and bad things. Yes, you have cerebral palsy, but you're unique. Yes, there is people out there with probably your cerebral palsy. I've met loads of people, well, online, loads of people with left side hemiplegia or right side hemiplegia, and it's so nice to meet you all. I mostly meet you all on TikTok, but if anyone has cerebral palsy, any kind, let me know in the comments and let's have a chat. But when you can't do something because of your mobility and you can't help it, that's the way you're born. And you know, well, this is part of accepting yourself, is knowing you're unique. There's no one else like you. So I might know someone with left side hemiplegia and they might know me, obviously. Or they might, like, I might have talked to someone on the internet with cerebral palsy and they might have the same one or they might have a different one. But you're unique. The cerebral palsy you have, they might have left-sided hemiplegia, but it mostly affects their leg. Or they might have left-sided hemiplegia, but they can't walk that well with their left leg. Or if it was the opposite way around, if they have the leg thing mostly affect their leg, they might be looking at me being like, oh, it mostly affects her left hand. It's still the same cerebral palsy, but everyone gets affected in a different way, and that's what makes you unique. And to accept yourself is to know that you're unique, you're your own person. Most of the time with cerebral palsy, you are born with it. So if you weren't born with cerebral palsy, think of all the personality you would not have because you're cerebral palsy. I'll always say, people with disabilities, any type of disabilities, not just cerebral palsy, are the most determined people on this world, I would say. I know that's a statement, but people with a disability, we've been through a lot, and even though we've been through a lot in our day-to-day life and growing up, with any disability you have, having a disability can be hard, but we're so determined that we can get a job, we can dress ourselves, we can brush our hair, we can put our hair in a bubble. As silly as that sounds to people without a disability, we need to be that determined, because if I gave up the first time I tried to put my hair in a bubble, the first time I washed my hair on my own with my left and right hand, I wouldn't be where I am today. If I didn't see a video on how to tie your laces, I would still probably be asking my parents, can you tie my laces? But everything happens for a reason. I know some days you're like, this is so frustrating. I wish I had my left hand. I wish my left hand was able, or I wish I could talk properly, or I wish I could be able to walk properly. But every little thing that you have with your type of cerebral palsy makes you unique. And some people might look at that and be like, oh, she's so strong, she's so confident with her cerebral palsy, because most people probably think you're already confident, because they'll be thinking, oh, if I had that, I couldn't go through that. If I didn't have the mobility in my left hand, I could not deal with that. But you have the strength and the confidence to do them tasks. You've got the determination, and that is part being confident, is having the determination. And when you finish that task and you're able to do it, you'll have the confidence to do it again, do it better, or do it the same. But like, if you can definitely put your hair up in a bubble, try a bun. Like, it's the simple things that you might think is not confident, but some people might be looking at you like, oh, she's so confident. Because most people, even without a disability, they think they're not confident, but they're bringing off being confident. I think that's mainly with me. I'm not always confident. I just want to say that. With all of the disabilities I have, I'm not always confident. Or even without my disability, everyone is not confident every day, but it's the way you show yourself. If you show that you're confident and you can do something, and you've got the determination to do something, even though you've got cerebral palsy, people will be like, I want to be like her. She's confident, she believes in herself. Again, that's a part of being confident. And another thing is, I haven't got many tips on this, because it is mainly accepting yourself and believing in you and what you can do and your determination. But if you ever feel like someone is staring at you because you can't walk properly, or like when I'm in public, if I'm wearing my hand strap, I would prefer to wear it over something like this instead of just a top. And that just shows I'm not always confident. I have my things that I'm not confident with, but the way I look around that situation, so if you think, even though most of the time people aren't looking at you because of your cerebral palsy, but if you think people are looking at you, make a reason aside from your cerebral palsy. So what I mean by that is get creative with makeup, show your fashion design, because I feel like most people with a disability, not all people, but most non-disabled people, like, just look at us as disabled, when that isn't the case. I love my fashion. I love spreading awareness to disability, but I also love my fashion. I also love going shopping. I also love the behind the scenes of social media and websites and everything. I love makeup. I love being creative, but some people don't see that. So what I'm trying to say is let people see what you are except from your disability. So even though you're just in public, like, show your fashion, show your makeup. If you're really good at makeup, if you're really good at your nails, even though you're in public, like, it's the little things that will not distract, because obviously your cerebral palsy is part of you, but if you're thinking people are specifically looking at your cerebral palsy or at your disability, try and make them like if I had nice nails, I don't, but if someone was like, oh, your nails are good today, that's gonna make you feel confident, because you're like, yeah, I did that and I have left, like, it is still like, yeah, I did that and I've got cerebral palsy, but you still generally did that. So you do get more confident, I feel, with cerebral palsy, as weird as that sounds. I think it's more you accept the little things you can do, and when you accomplish something that is so basic to someone else, but to you, you've been trying to do that for weeks on end, and now you can finally do it. You feel confident enough to do it again. So there is all types of different confidence levels. There's feeling confident in yourself, there's being confident, and there's also believing in yourself. That is also a type of confidence that you can have. And when you do them little milestones, even if you're not that great with your cerebral palsy right now, think of you in a couple of years. You're going to be so confident with all the little skills you've built up. Like before, when I was a young, starting off a teenager, most teenagers don't know how to do a sound wave, and it took me about a couple of months or like a year to like not get butter on my thumb because I need to hold the bread to cut. Like, it's simple things like that. Like, I'm glad I don't do that anymore. Like, it's a little thing. And talking about that, like the little thing, yes, we accomplish, yes, we believe in ourselves. To non-disabled people, they are basic tasks, like doing your lunch. But except from thinking negative, saying, oh, I've got this left side hemiplegia, I can't pick up things. Like, I need to tell, if I was working in retail, I would need to tell someone, I can't lift heavy things. I can still lift, but not heavy things. But instead of doing that, like, obviously I still need to do that. But having confidence in yourself is, I would say, proving someone wrong without being rude. So I will always say to someone, if I'm working in a job that I need to lift things, I can't lift that heavy thing. I can still lift things, but not that heavy. But then when I show them I can still lift things, they're in shock, because most people expect the worst from a disability. So yes, you can't walk because of your cerebral palsy, but you can lift loads of weights, let's say that. And then you'll feel confident because people didn't believe in you and you believed in yourself. So you just need to focus on the positives instead of being like, I can't walk, I can't use my left hand, I can't speak properly. You have got many skills, even if you're in a wheelchair, even if you're in a wheelchair and you can't speak properly, even if you can't walk properly and you're using crutches, or just mild cerebral palsy like I have. In any case, yeah, we all have like things that we can't do, but we need to think of the positive on what you can do, and then that will make you think, well, I can do this, I just need to find a different way, and then you'll feel confident that you found that way and your unique way that nobody else does. I really hope this video made sense. I probably will need to edit most of this down to make it make sense. But the main tip of this video, if you have cerebral palsy, you need to accept your disability. Even if you don't have cerebral palsy, you need to accept yourself. Everyone's unique. You need to find your uniqueness. And then if you think people are looking at you, make a reason for them to look at you, except from your disability. Find your creativity, find what you're good at, and focus on the positive instead of thinking, I can't do this because I can't walk, I can't do this because I can't speak. Everyone's got their uniqueness and everyone's got that little something that they can do that nobody else can. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and leave it a thumbs up if you did, and I'll see you next time. Bye!